Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's been a minute since we've done one of these, but thanks for making the trip here, and please enjoy the video. Comment if you want to see the next spicy deck list. We are cooking up something else, but we did get 37th at our regionals with this, so we got our invite. And yeah, this deck is really, really good, and I love it. So let's start off. So first we are playing the 1 Pantera, and then we are playing 3 Caesar. I think this is just pretty standard. You don't want to really deviate from this. Yeah, I mean, Caesar's great. Earth target, use it to really avoid all the targeting. So Caesar is really, really good. This is the best card in the deck, though, in my opinion. This gets you to your win condition. Besides, obviously, Tikaboo, but Heavy Borger, it gets you the draw, it gets you the 1500 burn. Very, very good card. Next up, we are playing 2 Mad Love. Felt like maybe with the next support, we'll throw the 3rd one in. Still undecided on that yet, but 2 worked out pretty well. Pretty easily searchable with Raisin and Staker Soul, so not too bad there. Plus, it's a dark. Then obviously 3 of the MVP Raisin, Raisin, however you want to say it. He was pretty clutch at regionals. A lot of times I ended up just normaling this out, and then if they let the search go through, I 9 times out of 10 would search Caesar or Borger, and then already have a fire in my hand, which I'm just popping something in the column, and then they'd respond, and I just tag out. So Raisin's really, really good if you know how to use them right. And then we are playing 3 Staker Soul. Please, Konami, get us something that can search this thing because it is broken. Yeah, loved this. I baited something out. I'll explain it to you later, but I baited something out that got me a win with just Staker Soul. So, and then we're playing 2 Continue. 2 Continue I felt like was useful. I would definitely not just limit to 1. 2 because 1, if you draw Dust Devil, and you need something, if you're going through your combo, you need something to search with, I guess now maybe it's a little different, but you need something to search with Mad Love, you need to be able to search this. Plus, this is great going second, allows for you to extend your combos. And then, obviously, Dust Devil. Dust Devil was pretty clutch. You only need the 1, because more than one's a brick, and you can search it. But Dust Devil is great, because I just ended up booking, I played against Tyr and Infernoble, but it was really good against Infernoble because you just book their first 2 summons, and it really kind of shuts down their plays. Then that's it for the main engine. So the non-engine, we were playing 2 Thrust. The Thrust targets are Talents, Daruma Cannon, 3 Imperm. Yeah, you can set Imperm. Imperm is great. As of now, I apologize, actually. Daruma Cannon was not. Daruma Cannon was in the main, but we were also playing D-Barrier in the main. D-Barrier was actually in the main. D-Barrier came up clutch because you just thrust in a D-Barrier and you completely shut down, obviously, branded Chimera. Ash is impactful, but really not as impactful as D-Barrier, because Ash should give him thrust and everything. So even though I am playing it in this, I feel like D-Barrier is just a better card. Obviously, Floodgate. And I am all about my Floodgates. You know, those who know, you know. And then next up, we are playing, for our hand traps, our dark targets, we're playing 3 more DD Crow. This came up clutch against Tyr. Would definitely not take this out in this format. It is format's a little weird, but still, DD Crow came in clutch, especially against Unchained. But I didn't play an Unchained deck, but it does come in handy. And then obviously 3 Tikaboo, because that's just like literally what the deck aims for. To get to Tikaboo, shuts down like 80% of the decks in the format. We are playing 3 Ash Blossom. Fire target, obviously just generically great, you already know. And then for some more fire targets, we're playing 2 Kirikara. Kirikar is pretty good, and I might test out some sauce with this, with the new Sinister Snake Eye support, because you can search out a level 1 fighter. So, idea might be to just go through some engine and then search out Kirikar and then just get rid of their whole board. I haven't done any testing on that yet, but it's an idea. I think Kirikar belongs in Snake Eye. And then for Earth targets, obviously we're playing 3 Fenrir. Card is insanely busted. Mismatch rarity, I know. This card's just so good. If your deck can afford to play it, then you have to play it. It's one of the best cards in the game. It just gets you free discard fodder, and it's just free interaction. And then for more Earth targets, we are playing 2 Bell, 2 Pank. I am making Pank because it's an Earth target, and you do need the Earth target for Caesar. It comes up more than you think. And then Ghost Bell came clutch. So clutch the entire regional. Ghost Bell was so good for me. Going against tier matchups, I was 2-0. Ghost Bell also was very good against Branded. It really helped stop my opponent's plays and let me continue playing. And then obviously, if we want to search, here's our utility cards. If we want to get to Tikaboo for our game condition, and we are playing the 1 Rhoda and the 1 Durandal. Yeah, would not change this. The deck list is pretty solid so far, and obviously with the new Dune support, I will be throwing some more sauce in there. So let's just go over this first part. The first part matters, but the next part doesn't really matter, so I'll explain that. So we're playing 3 Rock because Link won. Great. We are playing Security Dragon. Security Dragon came in awesome because you just use one of your other links. It's a great like way to balance like Mirror Jade after you're out of just a generic monster removal if you're out of kind of effects from your main monsters. So Security Dragon was great. I think that's an awesome card for this archetype because it also plays with Tikaboo. It is a Cybers. Nightmare Phoenix, also a great card. You can co-link it and get a draw out of it. Relinquish Anima for if you need to, I don't know, for whatever reason, link off. I don't really use this. This is where it kind of stops, right? So Anima for the links. That's really all I played for the links. I'll save those guys for later, but we got your boy Zeus obviously coming in here hot. We got Sargus and Merrymaker because we can make it rank 4. You just make a 2-mat Zeus with this combo. You just make rank 4, Merrymaker, champion into Zeus. These 2 guys we did make actually more than we thought we would at regionals, which is Abyss Dweller and Bagoosk. These guys put in work. Abyss Dweller, obviously just a game win against tier. And then Bagoosk, I went into twice. Once against Purrley, which I didn't win that matchup, but the other one was, I believe, against Brandon, and that was actually very clutch. It helped me win one of the games by getting another draw. So the ability to go into rank 4 is pretty clutch in this deck, and the rest doesn't really matter. So I played my long-standing Ghost Rare Red Ice Phenomenal Dragon. Shout out to Dylan for getting me this. Didn't use it. The space you don't really use. Evil Swarm, Exiton Knight, didn't use it, but you know, just in case I need to wipe the board. And then these 2 guys are the new ones. The other space didn't really matter, but this is what I would throw in the extra deck. Just because most of the time when you are going first, you kind of run out of resources. If you end up with 1 Vanquish Soul on the board, most of the time you go into the link, but if you want to go into the link, or if you don't want to go into the link and you have Recursion in hand, then you just slap this guy on and all your monsters are over 3,000, so you're chilling. Besides obviously Caesar. So for the side, real quick, we did play 3 evenly. 3 evenly came up, I think, once or twice. Wasn't like it was super important. Came up against, who was it? I want to say it came up against the Infernoble deck, but I didn't draw it. You know, I won the games I needed to win, and it evenly didn't really help, but obviously great against Rescue Ace. I didn't see Rescue Ace. We were playing 3 Alpha for more Earth targets. We threw Alpha in once, and it did help against, I want to say, a Swordsoul deck, but like I didn't use it to summon itself because I already Or I scratched that, actually. I did use this. I nibbed the board, and then I alphaed because they had a big-ass token. So I just alpha return it, and then I had, like, a normal summon. So I was able to OTK that way with alpha. I don't have nib in the side right now, but I did use nib. Please make a note of that. I did use nib in the side. 2 Dark Hole, just generic board wipe. I usually sided this in when I took Tikaboo out, going second. Yeah, I think just Dark Hole's great. You know, they can't, doesn't target. You know, you're just wiping the board and you're forcing them to either negate it or interact with it. 3 Droll for any Mandia matchup, didn't see it. 3 Cosmic for any Floodgate matchup, didn't see it. I did actually side this in against Purrley. It did help against their continuous spell. Okay, so that was it. That's it for the actual list. Now, things I would change going forward. Obviously, the 2 Typhon, but also the new ones, right? So you got Xiaolong and Snow Devil. Also, I would throw 3 Thrusts in there because you can set Snow Devil. Now, the reason why I do like Snow Devil, I'll talk about Xiaolong in a minute, but the reason why I do like Snow Devil is because you can... your total, let me double check here, is 468. So you're burning your opponent for 1,800, which, you know, whatever, life points. But in addition, you're Raigeki their entire board. Granted, you're going to use your link, so you want to try to fire your link as soon as you can. But you're Raigeki their all of their monsters when you resolve this. You're getting one from hand, which if you have a Raisin, you can then start a new chain link with that to search. But this really just kind of, in my opinion, if you have the nuts, if you can get your hand loaded with your Dark Earth and Fire, it's just, I think it's just too good not to play as a one of. Because you can search it, right? You can search it with Mad Love anyways. I like it. It's a great one of, and it's useful. A little slow, obviously it's a trap, but worth it if you're going first because it generates extreme advantage. So yeah. And then Xiaolong, not a huge fan of Xiaolong, and its effects aren't great, but what I do, the only thing I like about it really is the fire target, and like if I add it off of Rosin, I don't have no other plays. The worst case, I just have another, I think it's a dark with Rosin. I just trigger Rosin, and if they negate it or pop it or whatever, I can just special Xiaolong out in the following, as follow-up in a 2400 beater. So it's okay. Xiaolong's not great, but worst case, it's a little bit better than Pluton, in my opinion. Yeah. That's what I would add, and that is the list. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I did get 37th with this list. I probably could have gotten 16th. However, I activated, what was it? Yeah, I activated the Rock of the Vanquisher on my opponent's turn, and I had Tikaboo, and they were playing Infernoble. And since I activated Monster Effect, they triple tacked, drew in a Cosmic, and won the game. So, lesson learned there. Don't use Monster Effects against Infernoble. Yeah, so thank you for tuning in, and catch you guys on the next spicy list.